Welcome back, guys. It's Andrew Fomtavong. Thanks again for joining us. Today, we are in this most amazing and beautiful Lexus showroom in downtown Vancouver, Kitsilano. Literally takes up a city block. We're going to show you around. I'm going to introduce you to the person that invited us in, or sort of I invited myself in, but here we are. We'll show you around. So we are joined here once again with the general manager of Regency Lexus, also named Andrew, best name ever. We are all here, both general managers, and Andrew's just gonna tell us a little bit about the store and sort of about himself and sort of how the journey came. So thank you for having us, Andrew.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it, and just to sort of invite us in this beautiful showroom of yours. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey as to how you landed here?
So my name is Andrew Lee. I was actually with Lexus Corporate before I joined the Regency Auto Group about, nearly 4 years ago. So corporate experience and now retail experience, and it's been an adventure ever since.
I find that doesn't happen very often. How did that come about? Like, did they just find you, or like was it just in conversation?
No,
Is that top secret?
I was actually the rep for the store.
Oh, okay.
ASM rep for the store,
Right.
and I kept flying out every month, and apparently I did something well.
Good.
And so I was tapped on the shoulder to run the store.
Good.
And have been there ever since. Been here ever since.
Yeah, congratulations. It's
Thank you.
a beautiful store, beautiful place, obviously, to live. Tell us a little bit about Regency, the group. What makes you guys unique? What makes you different, I guess, than all the others?
So Regency Auto actually started a long time ago, prior to the Delaries and the Open Road groups.
Okay.
But now we're only 2 dealerships,
Okay.
Lexus and Toyota, the best brands.
Fair, yeah.
Our new owner, still in the family,
Oh, okay.
wants to keep it small and keep things, I guess, within the family and keep it as a family business.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. Our motto is to fostering a lifetime of milestones together.
Oh, okay.
We're doing things a bit differently with regards to the family style marketing.
Right.
We don't have the big budgets like the big groups
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it within the community. The biggest thing.
Tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that you guys kind of faced during COVID, now that sort of the world is reopening and we're literally standing here, we're standing here close without masks on. So yeah, tell us a little bit about that. Like, did you guys find business change? Was it better? Was it worse?
Yeah.
Like,
For sure, business changed. Traffic, of course, dropped to a minimal level. But we do appreciate the fact that during COVID, we didn't let go of any of the staff. We supported them and we placed calls. We made sure we followed all the COVID rules, got the plexiglasses up, sanitized everything, had all our protocols to make sure that everyone was safe. And knock on wood, so far, 0 cases from at least our sales side. Service side as well, we've had a few challenges, I think, at our Toyota store service location.
Right.
But nothing that exploded. We
Right.
didn't have to shut down or anything.
wow, that's good.
But isolated cases, and we made sure, if you are sick or you were sick, take the time off. We'd rather make sure everything's okay.
For sure. Were there some changes that you guys made in that time that you believe you'll take moving forward, I guess, or keep moving forward?
Yes, for example, off-site deliveries.
Oh, okay.
Now I think it's more allowed per
Right.
se. They frown upon the idea of off-site deliveries.
Yeah.
But in this case, guests are still a bit concerned coming into the dealership.
Yeah.
We have delivered vehicles outside of our area, sometimes to the island, sometimes
okay.
a bit further out.
Right.
Because sometimes the guests, they're older and they want the vehicle, and it's the least we can do.
Yeah.
We come to an agreement and we make it happen.
That's right.
Whatever we can do to help the community and our area to.
So you didn't do a lot of those off-site deliveries prior, or you did just
there are a
not?
lot more now.
Okay.
And I think we want to be able to tell everyone that we can do that should
Right.
the guest want it.
Right.
It is available. There are four Lexus dealerships in the area,
Right.
and it's a step that we need to take in order to grow our business and
Right.
make sure that we have our piece of the pie.
Right. Good. anything that you think, I guess, towards the future? Like, obviously, you guys have a beautiful showroom. It seems like you have a very seasoned team that you've had for a very long time, and that generally shows, I find, with those smaller groups, such as both ones that we work with. What plans, I guess, do you think you'd want for the future? Like, of course, we all want growth, and we all want to sell more, we all want to do more, but are there some things that you have in your mind that you and your team have sort of planned out that you guys want to do as you move forward, I guess? That you can talk about.
I'll keep it as high level as I can.
Yeah.
One of the major areas that we really need to focus on, we're doing well, but I think it's going to be even more critical, is the lease renewal.
Oh, okay.
So the challenge with the Vancouver market, I think our market in particular, is Vancouver is a lot of what we say old money.
Right.
People who can afford a house in Kitsilano in Vancouver, they have money. Whether it's they've come from China, they brought money, or they've inherited money. They've inherited lumps of cash, and then they can afford to buy a house.
Right.
We have the worst, I guess, the most expensive real estate market.
Yeah.
So generally, the person who buys a house in this area has money to spend, and if they're going to spend it with Lexus, that's great. Otherwise, they're going to buy a Lamborghini, a Ferrari.
That's right.
We hear the cars drive down here all the time, and it's all sorts of green, red.
Right.
Bentley is just around the corner. Rolls Royce is just around the corner. So the old money is here.
Right.
The young families who are starting their lives and purchasing homes, unfortunately, they're moving to the outskirts.
Oh,
so
I
your
see.
North Shore, your Port Moody, your Richmond, your Surrey area, that's where the younger money is. That's where we have more of a challenge. So what we need to do is, of course, renew our database for the guests who are already here,
Of course.
and see what we can do about make sure we renew the guests who are also outside of our area.
Right.
Because they're not, like, we're a monkey in the middle. We have 3 dealers around us.
That's
Whereas
wild.
everyone else has maybe 1 or 2.
So it's extremely competitive. And do you find that it happens a lot? Like, for the background story for some people, we've talked about the courtesy in which Saskatchewan has. Alberta certainly doesn't have that, where some dealers who are selling out of their DMA or out of their areas of influence, I guess, some places are very competitive, where I find Saskatchewan is just not. Is that what you find here?
We won't turn down a deal.
Yeah, of course.
To be honest, I mean, if a guest, what we hear is if a guest comes to us coming from another store, it's because they've probably had a bad experience.
Right.
And we're not going to turn down the idea of potentially making a sale and eventual service business.
Of course.
So, I mean, it's an understanding amongst all the stores that, if you give the opportunity for your guest to leave, it's fair game.
Yeah, of
and
course,
they do
of
that
course.
same for our guests as well.
Right. But I hope there's not too much animosity, or
No,
if there's any. Okay.
I would say amongst the group, we're a very tight-knit group.
Right, that's good.
We're only 4 of
That's
us.
good to hear.
Not as much bashing of heads, if you want to call it.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the store. Obviously, again, beautiful, multiple levels. So you have your upstairs. You have this beautiful lounge, of course, with a grand piano. Is it in here? That's beautiful. You have your showroom. I realize that some of the challenges you might find are parking, because we kind of had that issue when we first arrived too. Just more because it's busy, not because I think it's fully filled. You guys also have a basement. Was that enough space, I guess, in the beginning when you guys opened?
Yeah. So I'll take that in segments.
Yeah.
So we moved into this location about, I think it was 5 years ago, before I was here. We were maybe 2 blocks away in a small store, and then here was an Acura dealership.
Right.
The Acura dealership moved, and our owner purchased this building. Sorry, not the building, the retail space in this building.
Right.
And unfortunately, our service is off-site.
Yeah.
One of the challenges of having an
Jeez,
off-site
that would be
center.
tough.
Yeah. We have a total of, I would say, 20 parking spots in our parking garage.
Oh, okay.
And then another 20 below it.
Oh, okay. So
but-
it's 2-tier.
Yes, two-tier.
Wow.
But we park 10 vehicles in our first level parking garage, which is also where the guests park.
Right.
Because we park the used cars there.
Oh,
that way
I
we
see.
don't have to go all the way downstairs
Right.
to visit the used cars.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So that leaves roughly 10 parking spots for guests.
Right.
So you can imagine that if a family comes to pick up a vehicle and they have a trade-in,
Right.
they could be driving 2 cars
Yeah.
with the trade-in, picking up their car, which is taking up a parking spot, And then if you have 3 deliveries,
Wow.
it becomes a traffic jam.
Yeah, geez.
So careful coordination. We can't avoid it sometimes. We try to arrange the night before or whatnot to clear up as much as we can. But we can fit 20 cars in the showroom, new cars, and then 10 used cars downstairs.
Do you deliver out of the showroom as well sometimes, or?
Not directly in the showroom.
Oh,
Our
okay.
delivery bay is right underneath, right in front of the dealership.
I see.
But yeah, parking is a challenge, and everywhere you go in Vancouver, most of the parking is paid parking.
Yeah.
So that's another challenge that we have. I mean, guests don't like paying for parking.
Yeah, exactly.
So our free parking is very limited.
Right.
And
You guys keep coins behind it? No.
we do.
Oh, do you?
Actually,
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
If we know that a guest is parking in a paid parking area, we'll comp them.
that's good.
It's not a problem.
That's really nice. Cool. Once again, Andrew, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Very welcome.
And yeah, we'll take a look around.
Okay.